Hey there, Paul Wagler here for Rise Now and the 2 Minute Wake Up Call. Well, tomorrow is Pentecost Sunday, and Angie and I want to invite you to join us on Facebook Live at 10 a.m., where we are going to be talking about Acts chapter 2, when it says when the day of Pentecost had fully come and the Holy Spirit came. But in this video, I wanted to talk about what happened in the days between Passover and Pentecost. Passover is when Jesus was crucified, and then 3 days later he was resurrected from the dead. And then it tells us in Acts chapter 1, it tells us that for 40 days he went around and appeared to many people, and there was convincing proofs that he was actually the Jesus who had been crucified, and now he had risen from the dead. And in the beginning of Acts 1, it tells us, I think it's in verse 5, where he tells the disciples and his followers that when he's with them, he says that you need to wait in Jerusalem till you receive the gift that has been promised you, and that is the Holy Spirit. And then in Acts 1:8 he says, but when the Holy Spirit comes on you, you will receive power, that you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem, in Judea, and to the ends of the earth. And then after that, it tells us that Jesus is standing out on a mountain just outside Jerusalem with his followers, and in that moment he's taken up. It's the ascension of Jesus, where he's taken from this earth right on up into heaven, and they're standing there watching, and they're looking up at the sky, and they're like Jesus, why are you leaving us? Like, come back here. And they're standing there intently looking at the sky as Jesus just went up before their eyes. And then it tells us that two men appeared dressed in white and said to them, men of Galilee, why are you standing here looking into the sky? This same Jesus who just left is going to come back again someday. So I'm thinking, man, in the early church, that if I would have been a part of that group, I would have gone outside every day, maybe several times a day, for quite a long time, looking in the sky like, Jesus, is this the time you're coming back? But then it tells us that they went back to Jerusalem, where they were staying. They stayed in this upper room, and there they waited and they waited. And 10 days later, after the ascension, the Holy Spirit came. And we're going to talk more about that tomorrow, and the difference that makes, and the difference that makes for you and I even today, that as the Holy Spirit dwells within us, it changes everything. So wanted to encourage you with that, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow morning. And until we meet again, stay awake and stay alert.